Let us start the lecture 6, lecture number 6, that is related to the sideband modulation. Sideband. So see, in the process of amplitude modulation or any kind of modulation, the modulating wave consists of carrier wave and two sidebands. That means these things. So this is upper sideband and this is lower side. So the modulated signal has the information in the whole band. So in between this range, my entire information is lying. So the whole band, I have the information, except there is a frequency of carrier wave and carrier frequency has no information. So I can say in the process of amplitude modulation or any kind of modulation, that is phase modulation, the modulated wave consists of the carrier wave and two side bands. The modulated signal has the information in the whole band except at the carrier frequency. I can't consider frequency modulation because in frequency modulation, frequency is varied. So, or it is applicable only for amplitude modulation and or phase modulation. So, first of all, I need to know what do you mean. This is known as sideband modulation. So, first of all, I have to know what do you mean by sideband modulation. Sideband modulation. So, sideband modulation means a band of a frequency containing power which are the lower and higher frequencies of the carrier frequency. So, this is upper passband and this is lower sideband. Okay. So, whenever I am going to represent any kind of modulated signal in sideband representation, then since it has two sidebands, that is upper sideband and lower sideband, so it is known as double sideband. DSB stands for double sidebands. Double sideband. And SC stands for suppressed carrier. So carrier signal is lying within this double sideband with no information. Suppressed carrier. So both the sidebands in this image, that is, this is your lower sideband, and this is your upper sideband. Okay, so both the sideband in this image contain the same information. What information is inside this sidebands? Also, that amount of information will be in the lower sideband. Okay. The transmission of such a signal which contains a carrier along with two sidebands is, see, in this modulation, two sidebands are generated. Okay. A carrier along with two sidebands can be termed as double sideband suppressed carrier modulation. And this sideband can be written as, one is for lower sideband. Lower sideband, I can write FC minus FM, where FC is the carrier frequency and FM is the modulating frequency. And upper sideband, that is upper sideband, is FC plus FM. Okay. So this is known as double sideband suppressed carrier. Entire carrier signal is suppressed in between this double sideband suppressed carrier. Now, this is known as DSB modulation. Okay. Got it? So the process of suppressing one sideband along with the carrier and transmitting a signal sideband is called single sideband. Whenever I am using two sidebands, that is, one is for FC minus FM and FC plus. In this case, I am using both the sidebands, so it is known as double sideband suppressed carrier. Now, instead of using both the sidebands, I am using only one sideband. So this, now if I am using only this FC plus FM, and I'm not going to consider this because both the sidebands contain same information. So transmitting the same information twice is nothing but wasting of power. So if I am considering only one sideband, then it is known as single sideband suppressed carrier modulation. So our main concept is about double sideband suppressed carrier modulation. Okay, so in this case, both the sideband is compressed. So now we will see what will be the mathematical expression if we will go for double sideband suppressed carrier modulation. So let us say m of t is the modulating signal having the equation am cos 2 pi fm t. This is the modulating signal. Modulating signal. And carrier signal C of t is given by AC cos 2 pi fct. This is the carrier signal. Okay. Now S of t is given by m of t into C of t, which will give you am AC cos 2 pi fmt cos 2 pi fct. So now this equation will be, let us say, cos theta 1 cos theta 2. So this is cos we are going for this equation cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus cos theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2 whole by 2. So this equation can be written as AMAC by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FM T plus AM by AC by 2 cos 2 pi FC minus F. So in this case, you will see that from our previous classes, FC plus FM is the maximum frequency and FC minus FM is the minimum frequency. So what will be the bandwidth that is used in DSBSC? That is F max minus F. So it will gives you FC plus FM minus FC plus FM. So it will give you twice of. So bandwidth in DSBSC will be twice of, that is equal to the bandwidth of your amplitude modulation. So this is all about your double sideband suppressed carrier modulation. So next class we will discuss about double sideband suppressed carrier demodulation. After that we will go for single sideband suppressed carrier modulation as well as single sideband suppressed carrier demodulation. From this part you will get short type of question or very MCQ type of question asking about the bandwidth of double sideband suppressed region. Or from DSBSC and single sideband SSBSC, you will get the question like find out the difference between DSBSC and SSBSC and what are the bandwidth, different bandwidths of DSBSC and SSBSC. So next class, I will discuss about demodulation part of DSBSC, and after that, modulation as well as demodulation part of SSBSC. Okay, thank you all.